So today we continue on in Proverbs chapter 5, looking at verses 20 and 21. And Solomon says, "Why will you be intoxicated with another man's wife? And why will you embrace the bosom of a wayward woman? Do you think the Lord doesn't see? God sees and examines your path." So let's unpack this a little bit. And by the way, this can apply to men as well as women. Why are you intoxicated with someone else's spouse? You're going to buy yourself a lot of trouble, a lot of pain, and a lot of heartache. And oh, by the way, do you think that God doesn't see this? Do you think God's going, "Hey, I understand"? No, God doesn't understand. And you're buying yourself a lot of trouble. So, and look at the word intoxicated. That doesn't mean you've just had a glance and something happens because you've had a glance. It means that you've been thinking about this for a long, long time. And you've been letting your mind wander with thoughts of someone that you're not married to. So how does it happen? How does immorality happen? It doesn't happen just overnight and, no. You become intoxicated, drunk with the thought of someone you're not married to. All right, so how do we avoid this? It's going to cause a lot of pain. God's going to see it. So how do we avoid this? First of all, we all get tempted. We're all going to be tempted at some point in our lives. The way to get around this is bringing your thoughts into captivity. 2 Corinthians 10:5. So you bring your thoughts into captivity and you decide to think about something else. Don't let your mind dwell. It's one thing to be tempted. It's another thing to let that temptation park there in your mind for a while. Second, keep in mind the pain of the consequence. Keep the consequences in mind if you decide to entertain those thoughts. Number one, even if nothing happens, you're going to become embittered towards your spouse. You're going to go, they're just not what I wanted. Why? Because your mind has been stuck on somebody else that you're not married to. And then, if something does happen, it's going to be found out. Just go ahead and mark that one down. And the pain and anguish that it's going to cause is more than a little bit. So my plea for you today, my encouragement for you today, and really it's more than encouragement. That's why I pause. I'm like, no, it's not really encouragement. My encouragement, I'm imploring you today, don't park on that temptation and think about the consequence. Stop being intoxicated with people that you aren't married to. It brings a lot of hurt and heartache in your life. It's just not worth it. Want to read the whole devotional? Go to the link at the bottom of the page. We'll see you tomorrow.